My bra keeps sticking out. Seriously? Oh, this is annoying. Hey everyone, it's Courtney. Welcome back to my channel. So I know it has been a while since I have done a video. I know that I've kind of sucked the past few months on putting out content, but that's just because I've been working a lot, and most of you know that during like the spring through early fall, that's like my busy time. So it does make it harder for me to film, but things are starting to wrap up and I have the chance today to film a couple of videos. So I'm gonna take an opportunity to do so and get some videos done for you guys, try and get them edited and uploaded. That way you guys can still see me, you know? I've missed you guys. It's been, like I said, a hot minute. So, hi guys. I wanted to start off this first video kind of like coming back. Doing a video that's kind of, you know, like a get to know me a little bit. I actually saw this video on Carissa, the Fat Girl Flow channel, which I love her channel. I saw that she did this recently and I really like the questions. So I have the questions here. I'm gonna be answering them. So take a seat, grab something to eat and get to know me. So here we go. Alright, so I have the questions here on my phone and I'm just gonna dig right into them. So the first question is, are you named after anyone? And actually, I am named after someone. Kind of like a real quick story. My mom told me that she was pregnant with me and she was driving around the car and she said that I think she was listening to the rock station. I believe it was like a rock DJ. And the DJ's name was Courtney and she loved it. She fell in love with that name and that's how I came to be. I wish I could find out like more information about this DJ because that'd be kind of cool, you know, but don't know anything. But apparently I was named after a rock and roll DJ. There we go. When is the last time you cried? Last time I cried. Okay, well, if we're gonna be technical, like the last time I cried, it was probably a couple days ago. I was watching a movie on, was it on Hulu or Netflix? It was on one of them and it made me cry. Like I started to tear up, not like bawling crying, but you know, a little tear. I don't know what it is. Ever since I turned 30, it's like, I don't know, just in touch with my feelings. It's crazy. Do you have kids? If no, how many do you want? I don't have kids. I don't know. Like I would love to have kids, but I'm 31 now and I don't know, I just kind of don't see it in my cards, which is something that has been, you know, hard to swallow, but I don't know, like I don't want to be like an old mother or anything, so I don't know, I kind of feel like I'm past my prime a little bit because I have no prospects or anything like that, so I don't think it's going to happen for me, and like adoption and stuff like that, it's just not an option for myself, so I don't see myself having kids. In like my dream, I would have loved to have 2 kids. That would have just been perfect. I was an only child growing up, which I mean, in many ways it was awesome. But in other ways, I always wished that I had like a sibling, you know, like a playmate. But yeah, 2 would have been my perfect number. Do you use sarcasm a lot? I use sarcasm quite a bit. I love sarcasm. Like I don't know, I just love it. So I know some people hate it, but I do. What is the first thing you notice about people? I tend to notice well, there's 2 things. I tend to notice their hygiene and their personality. Like I have this thing about hygiene, like if you have poor hygiene, I just can't. Like I can't deal with that. But then I go for personality. Like, is this person nice? Are they, you know, just a dickwad? You know what I mean? Like I go for personality. What is your eye color? Well, here we go. I'm like blinding myself getting up this close. I think I'm in focus. Yeah, all right, so here are my eyes. You guys tell me. I know they're brown, duh, but sometimes I think they might have like some green flecks. It just depends on the light. I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna say brown. Scary movie or happy endings? I don't like scary movies. I like thrillers. I like thrillers that are kind of based off from real events. Like movies that are just scary, like made up, like whatever, they don't faze me none. Like I don't find them to be scary because if it hasn't really happened, yeah. But movies, especially about serial killers, oh, you guys, I get the boo-boo scared out of me. I like happy ending movies too. I'm not into chick flicks though. Like I can't stand chick flicks unless it's like Pretty Woman. I mean, that one's good. Or Hope Floats, things like that. Those ones I like the classics. But yeah, scary movies, meh. I don't know. I'll take either one, either or. Favorite smells. My favorite smells, I love the fall when you get like the pumpkin spice smells. I've never tried like pumpkin spice flavored anything, but I like the smell of it in candle form. I'm weird. I like the smell of gasoline. That's a thing. And then I like the smell of like a cigar and the smell of Barbasol shaving cream and what else? What was it? There was this cologne that my grandfather used to wear. I don't even know what it was, but it's a cologne that he used to wear. It's probably like super cheap. But those things right there, like that is my grandfather. The smell of the Barbasol shaving cream. Also, he used to smoke like a pipe. He smoked a cigar, he smoked a pipe. And then he used to have Red Man chewing tobacco. Those things too. It smells like my grandfather. I love those smells. Do you have a special talent? I can like cuss out people pretty well. Is that a talent? I don't know. Where were you born? I was born in Sanford, Maine. What is your zodiac sign? Do you believe in it? I am a Leo. I believe it like 50-50. Most of the time it is pretty spot on for like, you know, traits and characteristics, how I'm supposed to be. But other things, meh, you know, I think it's kind of fun. I mean, it's funny how some traits do line up, others, I don't know. What are your hobbies? I love doing photography. I like doing crafting. I do like to travel, even though I don't get to do it a whole lot. I love to travel and just sightsee and go to new places and things like that. I love going out to dinner at places. I would be over the moon if I could travel, you know, whenever I wanted to, and just take my camera with me and just photograph my journey. You know, that would be epic to me. I watch a lot of people on YouTube who do that, and I'm so jealous. Next question is, do you have any pets? And yes, and this is my pet. This is Bailey. She is around 7 years old, going on 8 years old, although she doesn't act like it. I rescued her from an animal shelter 6 years ago. Yeah, 6 years ago, and she's just my little baby. I'm covered in fur. I should have done that at the end. Oh well. Who was your first best friend? My first best friend was a girl named Lauren. We met when we were in kindergarten, and then I like moved and came back a couple times through elementary school, so I kind of would lose touch with her, then we'd get back together. And then when we were in like 6th grade, we just kind of went like 2 different paths, you know, and now like I haven't talked to her in 20 years. It's been a while. How tall are you? I am right around 5'5" or 5'6", right in that vicinity. What is your least favorite thing about yourself? Probably my lack of confidence in myself. I tend to doubt myself a lot, especially in situations. And, you know, back in 2015, I had won a trip to a ranch out in Montana. It was all expenses paid. And the first thing that came to mind was I can't do this. And it was all because of my size, my weight. And I just said, you know, screw it. And I went and, you know, I went 4-wheeling and I did all kinds of fun stuff. And that was the first time that I actually really stepped outside of my comfort zone and out of my bubble. And it's something that I still struggle with. But that is like the one thing that I would completely change, is I would give myself more confidence and just go and do the things that I want to do. Screw the weight, who cares? Just have fun, enjoy this one life that I have. Favorite drink? If we're talking just like basic drinks, I'm a juice kind of girl. I like juices. Probably my favorite is passion fruit juice. Oh, so good. Yeah, passion fruit or orange juice, I love those. If we're talking mixed drink, I love a good screwdriver. Again, orange juice. But yeah, I love a good screwdriver. That was my first like mixed drink that I ever drank, and it just stuck with me. I love it. What sports did you / do you play? Yeah, I was not the sports inclined kind of gal. I mean, I did play, like, what was it called? Kickball? I did play kickball in elementary school at recess and Foursquare, but that was like the extent of my sports abilities. That's it. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers? Well, obviously the person I got this tag from, Carissa Fat Girl Flow. I like watching Brennan Taylor. I'm trying to think who else. Who else do I watch a lot of? Taylor Skeens. God, I'm having like a brain fart right now. And I Get Dressed. Shoot. There's so many. I mean, I have so many subscriptions. I like watching, oh, what's that channel? Oh, Threadbanger. I like watching them. I have so many subscriptions that just, you know, cover all sorts of categories. So there's quite a few, but lately I've really been into watching Brennan Taylor. I think he's just so funny. So right now that's probably like my #1 favorite. How many girlfriends / boyfriends have you had? To be quite honest, I'm gonna say 0. Like my cat is having a freak out. I haven't really had a relationship, like serious relationship. I'm not gonna count like little flings here and there, like no. I just haven't met that person yet, and I thought that I had, you know, years ago. There was a person that was my best friend when we were growing up, and you know, it just wasn't meant to be. You know, we're better off as friends, nothing more. Favorite memory from childhood? Probably anything that involves my mom, my grandpa, and my great-grandfather. My great-grandfather and my great-grandmother used to have a huge farm that had cattle and rabbits. Sometimes they would have turkeys. They just had all kinds of things. And I loved going up to the farm. My grandparents would come up, my mom and I, and it was just a great time. How would you describe your fashion sense? I don't really have a fashion sense. I just kind of wear whatever. Probably like, what would they call it? Casual chic? I don't know. Like, I have no idea. I mean, where I live, fashion isn't really a thing, you know, so I don't know. Normal? I don't know. I have no idea. What is one of your bad habits? One of my bad habits? Probably speeding. I drive like I'm qualifying for NASCAR. That's just my thing. You know, I shouldn't do it, but I do. 3 things that upset you. The lack of plus size clothing options, especially like outside of online stuff, you know, like clothing options in stores. That annoys the hell out of me. What else? 3 things that upset me. People who can't get out of their own way. Drives me nuts. And, what else? Judgmental people. Like people who have a judgment about everything. No thanks. 3 things that make me happy. Definitely my family. Chocolate. Chocolate makes me happy. And what else? I like going to the beach too. The beach makes me happy. So those are my 3 things. How is your relationship with your parents? So my parents got divorced when I was 3, and I lived with my mom solely growing up. My mom and I are like best friends. We have never had a fight or anything like that. She is just my world. I love her to pieces, and I can't imagine my life without her being there, you know? It kills me when I see people who lost their mothers, because I don't think I would make it for a second without her. So our relationship is fantastic. My dad and I didn't really get to know my dad until I was like 8, in that vicinity, like 8, 9, right around there. And our relationship has always been kind of, I don't want to say strained, but it's just been, I don't know, it's like we're always like getting to know each other and learning about each other, and I don't know. I would love to have our relationship improve and be better, because, you know, that's my dad, you know, and yeah, I don't know. I would love to have our relationship improve and have him more as like an active part of my life. You know, even though I'm 31, you know, you always need your parents. So yeah. All right, last question. One word to describe you. I'm gonna say funny. I love to make people laugh. I'm good at like coming up with one-liners and jokes. That's just my thing. I love it. I love seeing people get a good laugh out of a joke that I say or something that I say that's funny, you know. So yeah, funny. Alright guys, so that's it for these questions. I wanted to do this just because I've had new people come on board, and it's been a minute since I've done a kind of like a tag type thing. So for you newbies who've come on, hello. This was a great way to get to know me a little bit. I usually do Q&A, like questions and answers, and I'm probably going to be doing that again pretty soon. So stay tuned for a Q&A video. I'll put up something where you can ask questions, because I know like with a lot of new people on, some people have questions, and I don't mind answering questions that have already been answered. Whatever, it doesn't faze me a bit. So I will be doing that pretty soon as well. I do have a couple other videos that I am planning on doing, so keep a lookout for those too. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to hit the notification bell, the way you're notified when I do an upload. Alright guys, until my next video, I will see you later. Bye.